It's crazy how this pandemic has changed all of our lives. It definitely had a big impact on me as well. I realized that being stuck at home, working from home every day, with barely any social interactions, is just no way to live for me. So I decided to quit my job and take a little break from everyday life. My escape led me to South Africa. It's where I found my passion in discovering the outdoors and film these moments with my cameras. I lived in South Africa for 7 months back in 2017 and fell really in love with it. It's just an amazing playground for adventurers and filmmakers. You just get everything, from world-class surfing spots to stunning hikes, amazing wildlife, and so many different cultures. It seemed like the perfect place for me to take a step back and recharge my batteries. So yeah, this is me taking a break from work and making new memories in Africa. The Drakensberg Mountains have been on my list for quite a while now. I've seen so many impressive photos on social media, and I just knew it would be incredible to go hiking there.
In Fantasia, the mirrors lie to us, they plan to see. One by one we build an empire.
Drakensberg is right at the border to Lesotho, so I took a plane from Cape Town to Joburg. From there it took me a 4-hour drive with the rental car to get there. I decided to go on a 3-day hike and spend 2 nights up in the mountains, so I had to bring enough food. But as you can see, I set my priorities on camera gear and not on 5-star meals.
I've been spending far too much time with my headphones on. I've been learning all the words as I listen to the same old songs. 'Cause it's so comfortable when you know how it goes, I suppose, to each their own. And once out of sight, but today I'll invite something new into my home. So darkness,
I was accompanied by Monyani, a local guide who has been hiking these mountains since he was a kid. As the clouds came rolling in the afternoon, we set up camp right next to the second highest waterfall in the world. A few hours later, the weather still didn't clear up and my hopes of an epic sunset were shattered. In these mountains, the weather is just so unpredictable. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. I decided to go to sleep early and hoped for the weather to clear up during the night. It's such a great feeling when you open the tent in the morning and you see clear sky. You just know it's going to be breathtaking when that first sunlight hits the mountains.
Parliament have called for greater action to curb the country's spiraling crime rate. The Independent Policing Union of South Africa and Police and Prison Civil Rights Union have both raised the alarm following a notable spike in crimes across the country. Police Minister Vicky Cele yesterday released the fourth quarter crime statistics, which showed a spike in murder and sexual offences. In other news, a forensic police officer has told Victoria High.
I often forget how privileged I am traveling around the globe and exploring beautiful places. As a tourist in Cape Town, you always end up in these fancy places, be it Camps Bay or Clifton Beach. But it's like you're in a bubble. And just a few kilometers away, you have people living in the shacks of the townships, struggling with poverty. I wanted to find out more about life within a township and got in touch with Bulelani, who supports township communities with various NGOs.
I'm going to be taking you to the oldest township in South Africa. It's called Langa Community, and in Langa you find that there is an imbalance when it comes to the quality of living. Because in Langa you will find settlers, which is where most of the professionals are based, the doctors, the teachers, and many other people who've been working for many years. And then you have the RDP houses, that are built by the government. And in between, there are shacks that you will see. And with these shacks, these are informal settlements where you find that if one shack burns, then 10 shacks can burn all at the same time. So Langa as a community is very much diverse.
Bulelani and I talked a lot about the inequalities in this country and how to tackle them in the future. For example, how education needs to play a major role in it. I learned that all kids in townships have access to primary or secondary school level, but it's a step up to a higher school like university where kids from township communities need support. That's why Bulelani founded the non-profit organization Township Roots.
Our organization's mission is to reduce the number of school dropouts and develop resilient community leaders and increase the chances, for those children to fulfill their potential. As Township Roots, hence we have the scholarship program. The scholarship program is there to incentivize the children who are doing well at school and to encourage them to say, we see you, just keep working hard, there's still more to come.
With Township Roots, Bulelani has already helped 300 kids get into university. And besides that, he provides tours for tourists to interact with township people. These township tours have been criticized heavily in the past. There was talk of very demeaning poverty tours or human safaris. Bulelani, however, believes that these interactions between internationals and township communities are very important.
We are not in the business of selling poverty. We are in the business of showcasing the resilience of our people. Township tours are now part of the community building. In one, the kids get to be exposed to the world outside of their context. But number two, people who have different skills and different crafts that they would like to market to the outside world. Now they have an opportunity, where the internationals are coming to them. And remember that, in South Africa, we have an issue where over 30% of people are unemployed. Which basically means as a collective, we have to figure out creative ways in order to lower the rate of unemployment in South Africa. Township communities cannot continue to be isolated spaces. Township communities need to be well integrated within the bigger picture of South Africa. But how do we get there? As the community, we realize we need to open ourselves and allow the internationals to interact with us. Because by doing that, not only are we creating opportunities for our children, but we are also creating a sustainable way of living within the community.
For the grand finale of my trip, my solo adventures came to an end. I was joined by my brother and 2 friends in Namibia. We rented a 4x4 car with rooftop tents and went on a 2 weeks road trip into the wild.